Hi, this is Hart, and I have this video sped up because all of my babble while I was making this video, it was ridiculous. And so let me just do this a little bit faster because all I was doing was beating myself up the whole time on how I wish I could be a better crafter and all this other stuff. And I think we're very hard on ourselves when we're crafting. And when we look at other people's work, we judge ourselves against these folks, and it's not about doing it better or doing it worse, and maybe I put extra pressure because this is a contest, and it's a subscriber giveaway for Vintage Creations by Kim. So this is not holding anything to Kim at all. Certainly, Kim, this is not your fault by any means. It's just the kind of mood I'm in today, just one of those self-bashing moods. And so bring on the flowers, the buttons, the fabric, the glue gun, some scissors. I don't even know if I used my scissors. And I decided to give you some happy mail because, there's some fun stuff I decided to give at the end of the video there. So hopefully you appreciate that the love that I have for what you do and what you create. It's just absolutely fabulous. And for those of you who feel that way when you see someone crafting and then you start to craft right afterwards, if you feel that extra pressure that you put on yourselves, don't put yourself through that. When I was rewatching myself on this video and listening, I realized, wow, I really need to grow and develop that aspect of myself that just loves what I create as I create. And hopefully you guys do that same thing too. And this particular one that I'm currently working on now, I really like how layering the triangle over the top of the other triangle, even though it's not perfect. I really liked that aspect of it. I have just a few pieces, in total on creating that one. I start creating the one on my left, just laying it over there, and it just worked out. But in creating this one with the pennant, I just felt like I was in the groove on this one. But man, that first one, whew, I was not being nice to myself. Whew, we have to get better at that. I feel like I need to get back into that Zen zone, that space of remembering to just craft freely, to let go, to not get into that mode of, oh, I wish I could be better. And look at me right now. I wish I could be better at thinking I could be better. And okay, that's kind of funny. But with that said, this bunting project that I am doing, please join me in helping to increase the subscribership for Vintage Rose Creations by Kim. She is a sweetheart. She's an excellent crafter. I'm going to put a link below to her channel, and I enjoyed making pennants before. This is now my second attempt. And I think I might do this again in the future. And I don't have enough pennants to go around, these little triangle bunting pieces to go around to send to all the artists. But maybe I put this in one of my areas of something for the future. Because it is fun to put the bits and pieces on it. For the use of this project, some of the tools that I grabbed, besides the obvious buttons and the glue gun, and I am doing this on glass because it's easier to clean up my glue stickies from the glass than it is from my crafting mat. But I have some vintage lace, some fabric pieces that are scraps from something else I created. The flowers that I use are actually made by Darice, D-A-R-I-C-E. I bought them on eBay. It's just called Floral Embellishments. It's a 36-piece pack, so it lasts me a long time. But ironically, on the back side of the, and I always get distracted. I'm giving you an ooh shiny story, which is funny. But on the back side of the packaging, it says included plaster of Paris. So maybe that was why it was on eBay, because yeah, there's no plaster of Paris in there. It's just a bunch of flowers. And so I thought that was pretty funny. I was going to use the eyelash trim, but I just never found a good spot for that. But for me, everything looks better with a little bit of lace. I am trying out that shabby chic feel. I'm more of a grunge artist personally. And my favorite craft in the world to do is junk journaling. So each one of these little pennant pieces feels like I'm making a cover for a junk journal. That's how I think of when I'm creating it. But hopefully you enjoyed watching me in this process and doing this little bit of yapping, and I appreciate you joining me. Love you all. Take care.